Ever get that feeling?
Yeah.
Like when you look at just how many different religions are out there,
yeah.
it makes you think there's got to be something more to it, right? Maybe, just maybe, there's a reason why people across all different cultures, all throughout history, have been searching for something bigger than themselves. So that's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
With excerpts from this super interesting text called Why Religion?
Why Religion?
Okay. By the end of this, you might just see religion in a totally different light. Like, what if religion was the key to us humans, leveling up?
Oh, sure.
Moving from just pure instinct to a more like complex social structure.
It's kind of like, you know how in a game, sometimes you have those rules that feel like they're holding you back, but then you realize that those rules are actually what makes the game more interesting, more complex. They let something bigger emerge.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's true. Imagine if there were no rules in a game.
Right.
It would just be chaos. You're saying those early religions, they were kind of like the rules for human society to like evolve.
Yeah, in a way.
That's pretty wild. And speaking of variety, this text really seems to embrace all the different beliefs out there, huh?
Absolutely. It's like, imagine a garden, right?
grows,
full of all these different flowers, each one unique and beautiful in its own way. That's how the text seems to view different religions, adding to the richness and complexity of human culture. It's a good reminder for us too, I think. Well, we see a lot of arguing about whose religion is right. But this text encourages us to appreciate the unique beauty of each perspective, not just in religion, but in life too.
I like that. It's so easy to get stuck in our own little bubbles. Okay, so we've talked about the why behind religion, but what's the ultimate point, according to this text? Why bother with religion at all?
Well, it basically says that religion is like a stepping stone.
A stepping stone to what?
To higher awareness. And I don't mean dogma or anything like that. More like expanding our consciousness, connecting with something bigger.
Have you ever felt that yearning for something more than just everyday life?
Absolutely.
This text suggests that maybe, just maybe, that's what religion is trying to tap into.
It could be a framework for exploring that yearning. Exactly.
Right. And then he goes on to talk about those ancient Indian scriptures like the Vedas, the Upanishads.
Yes.
It's a lot to unpack, to be honest.
It is, but imagine trying to explain something really complex to a child, and then imagine explaining that same thing to a university student. You'd approach it differently, right?
Sure.
That's kind of what these scriptures represent. Different levels of understanding. The Vedas provide that basic framework, kind of like, I don't know, our modern scientific method.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the Upanishads, which are more philosophical, dealing with these really deep questions about existence. Each level builds on the last.
Wow. Okay. It's like this whole system all layered and intricate.
Precisely.
And where does spirituality itself fit into all of this?
That's where it gets really cool, actually. The text argues that religion and spirituality aren't at odds with each other at all. Those rituals and structures you find in religion, they're like tools.
Tools for what?
Tools for spiritual growth.
So it's like if you're training for a marathon, you need that discipline,
Right.
The practice, even when it's hard. And that's how you build up the strength, the endurance to get to that finish line.
And in this case, the finish line is spiritual growth.
I like that analogy. It's funny, this text even goes so far as to say that even being like totally devoted to a certain brand,
Interesting.
like some people are diehard Apple fans, the text says that could even be seen as a kind of religion, if you think about it.
If it gives you that sense of belonging, that purpose, it's thought-provoking, isn't it?
It really is. Okay, so then it talks about these 4 distinct paths within spiritualized religion. Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Raj Yoga. Is it about finding the right path?
That's the thing. It's not really about one right path at all. Think of it more like there's this mountaintop and there are all these different trails you can take to get there.
I see.
So Karma Yoga is about selfless action, helping others. Gyan Yoga is the path of knowledge and wisdom. Bhakti Yoga is all about devotion. And then Raj Yoga, that one focuses on meditation, mental control. What speaks to you might be different from what speaks to me.
So it's more about finding the path that resonates with you.
Exactly. Your personality, your strengths, your journey, it all plays a role.
Gotcha. But all those different paths, they all lead to the same place.
Right.
What's the ultimate goal?
According to the text, it all comes down to self-purification.
Self-purification is like, those ancient cleansing rituals.
It's a little deeper than that. Think of it as cleansing your mind, your heart, letting go of all those negative thoughts, those beliefs that hold you back.
Oh, wow. So it's about making space for something more.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting. The text says this self-purification isn't the finish line. It's the starting point. Your true spiritual journey, the real growth, starts after that internal shift.
Wow. That is a powerful thought. So if religion is like boot camp, right, to get our minds and spirits ready, what does that mean for like just personal growth in general? Religious or not, that idea of self-purification, starting there, that's pretty powerful stuff.
It really is.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive, but I really encourage you, don't just let these ideas go. Think about them, explore, and see what you discover. Until next time.